Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to be finishing off some of this tournament stuff. But we're going to be doing a little bit of a twist. I was showing some Genshin Impact. I still do not know what to do with the, the OP Titan Wolf, who Genshin decided that they took offense that his theme was in there or something a little bit, maybe not too much. Like they want the ad revenue, which obviously because it's their wolf, they like that wolf, that overpowered wolf. The overpowered wolf is their thing, you know. They like the overpowered wolf. Hopefully, I will figure out how to actually beat the overpowered wolf. But until I figure that one out, he will remain at large. I want to burn up these tokens because I've got to try to clear out these tokens every day. Whenever they're in there, just clear them out. Fight it out. So yeah, apparently the place where this game is being run is getting bombed, which may not be good for this game, to be honest. And yeah, I actually do not know how much longer this game is going to hold. I actually do not know because of that. Because of that. Now, the real question is, given Ukraine's vulnerable history, how do we defend it? That's the real question. That is the real question. That is the real question. I'm amazed that Mortu didn't die with that, but okay. Okay, game. Got him. Alright, so we polished that off. Ooh, we get some nice juicy win. Just randomly. Let's go. Yeah, that'll... Are you serious? I'm amazed they didn't just end right there. Like, they all died at once, and then, like, one of those pops up, and you're like... Interesting. cool. Obviously, they're gonna do that, and then... I'm trying to target, obviously, the sill, because I do not need the sill to keep them afloat too much. Alright, now it's just these two. The biggest problem is honestly Fireknight, but I still gotta take out Rhodos because he's annoying. It's up to you, Rosin. Let's see if you can 2v1. Oh, that increased crit is a problem. Okay. Okay, game. Alright. Because Fireknight is actually kind of a good champion. I don't like to admit he's a good champion. But he is. I don't like to admit it. Yeah, I don't like to admit that. Okay, so... Clearly... They have a very fast Gorgorab. Yeah, this isn't even a contest. Their team is so well structured. This is bad. Who do I take? They're all kind of OP. I might take these suckers on. I'm gonna go for the Skull Crown first. Just take her out of the equation, please. I do not need the Skull Crown causing me ridiculous amounts of pain. Because unfortunately, the Skull Crown is the scariest one of the lot. That's the truth. Ninja and Skull Crown. Because here's the thing. These other two are kind of not that scary most of the time. Case in point. Case in point. Okay, so the big show, right? The one we've all been waiting for. Fireknight 16. So yeah, Fireknight 16 is it's a bit of a spectacle, honestly. Because everyone's gonna want to see how it's done. And the story of that is pretty interesting. So, as you know, I have a combination of champions that do some pretty crazy stuff. So we got pretty good Reviver here with Godseeker, who's only going to improve when I level up her gear even more, get her better gear, get her tankier, with more resist, among other things. As you can see, even though we kind of don't have the best team here, I can still make it work. Because Godseeker does a lot for the squad. Helps run this smoothly. Gets her over to the boss. Double hit here, triple hit here, another triple hit with Rosin. Hit you with that. Drop the turn meter. Put the decreased defense. Get a decreased turn meter. Another one. We can increase the buffs. See, and then we start layering it on. And we keep dropping its turn meter. Because you want to keep doing that, if possible. Doing the last of the Fireknight tournament before sleep. The third Griffin is going bad. I need a lot of re-gearing to even make it possible. I was also training a lot of food for the champ training thing. Currently making a video about 16 team that works. Like, Cold Heart is almost mandatory on this team, by the way. Thing is, Cold Heart is almost mandatory on this squad. Um, so we had a triple roll on this one. Come on. Stop trolling me on the RNG. Oh my god. What do we got as total stats? 29. $3K attack. It's not. Yeah, but I only have one account that has her, and it's this one. So my Fireknight team on this account can only do Fireknight 12 or 13 max if I get rosin up to par. Both accounts have rosin now. It's pretty dumb that Cold Heart as a void rare can actually be hard to get. Yep. Lord is a god of damage and poison. I've seen people empty thousands dollars to get Tomb Lord. There is even a place in this game where you can kill like 8 legendary dupe. Oh my god. Maybe I'll do like 3 Fireknights on the other account, but like... I just want this fusion to end because I can't get the dwarf on the other account anyway. And I can't really use another Shadowkin, not really. And it's just too much effort sometimes. Like, the fusions always, like, inconvenient stuff just shows up when I'm trying to do fusions, and it just makes fusions too inconvenient for me, man. You know? Like, especially if it's not like a permanent fusion, where I can take my time. When it involves organization, it's much worse for me. How much accuracy do you need to land this stuff? Do I literally have to swap the gear out? Does it literally come to this? The thing that's rough about this is that since my accuracy is not the highest, there's a lot of RNG involved in trying to make this work perfectly. Because the amount of accuracy actually required to make sure your abilities land constantly on this boss is unappetizingly high. I am beginning to think I'm going to have to put my Cold Heart in raw accuracy until I can find gear that gives me that accuracy up front. But you know, I think I am going to buy Elden Ring. Because that game is too appealing to me for me to ignore. Like, I'll let a whole bunch of other games pass me by and be like, nah, man, I don't care. But Elden Ring? Oh, that game is like solid gold. Like, I'm sorry, but it's come, the time has come, I think, later on for me to drop League and just play Elden Ring ad nauseum. I think that time may have come finally. But first I'm going to do more Genshin Impact, obviously, because I have to settle a score with that wolf. There we go. That's exactly what we needed to get that pattern going. The thing that's annoying about that ability is if it doesn't mess over his stuff, the boss does that. Now, we're going to do this a couple more times. Before I go to sleep. Because I want everyone to know that I put in something onto the Fireknight tournament, that I didn't ignore it. A lot got in the way. I was raising food for the next Clan v Clan because I have to make more 6 stars. As you guys all know, the 6-star train ends for no one in this game. If you're willing to make and able to make progress in this game, you will understand why. I think my main problem is my Godseeker doesn't have enough resist for that special fight. Because honestly, that's what she needs to be in. Like full resist gear. Like just so that nobody can land a debuff on her. Because the sooner that happens and they have trouble killing her, the sooner we have a more stable team comp. Man, it's resisting everything. Except for that anti-heal, which is all I really needed it not to resist, so that's not too bad. At least he's doing the damage I want, just not applying the debuff. Eventually we'll find something with crit damage and accuracy that's enough, but right now we're just going for the crit damage. And these multi-hits. The multi-hit is essential to crack open the shields. You need to have someone that multi-hits. If you do not, you are shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to this boss. You also want to try to go for the damage before the anti-heal, because if you don't go for the damage straight away, the boss can make a fool of you. Especially if the anti-healing misses. Now, normally, if we didn't have Cold Heart, that could have undid a lot of our progress. But because we had Cold Heart, our progress was enough, along with rosin and some of this other damage, that was not the end of the world. See, the thing is, I couldn't always do... some of these champions are core in this team. And you might think me silly to say it, but you need some of these champs. Like, you have to have Cold Heart geared in some capacity to make this work. And maybe a rosin too. Like, you need stuff like this that has OP abilities. Rosin normally smacks even harder than that, but it's very hard to smack this boss hard enough. But we deprived it of turn meter with that specific smack, so that was really nice. I may end up having to re-gear her again. Well, not like take the 2 accuracy pieces and add more accuracy into the mix instead of attack, just to make this doable. Like more doable, especially on the higher ones. Because it's actually very hard to find enough accuracy. Wow, a flat stat 4-star chest. That'll do for me. What kind of tournament am I in? I thought I was like 37. What one am I 5 in? Oh, Tag Arena. You know, Tag Arena really isn't that hard in terms of getting a high rank in it. It really is a lot easier to do. Anyway, I'll take top 5 in that. I mean, I would go further, but on the food thing, but the thing is, I've already got the food prepped. So I'll gladly take that. So we'll do 3 on here, but again, this account is in terrible shape in terms of Fireknight. Like, we are not getting very far. We're at a stalemate until I can get Cold Heart. Cold Heart is what I need. I need that champ in order to make progress. If I can pull that champ next CVC out of those 2 voids, we can right everything that's wrong here. But until that happens, I can't. I can't. Like, maybe it would fix Rosin, but even with Rosin doesn't offer that big short cooldown single target smack that, like, he doesn't smack based on max health, for one thing, but more importantly, he doesn't do that with an anti-heal, like, he has a multi-hit, but there's no anti-heal to it. So Cold Heart with this combination makes her, even here, insanely valuable for Fireknight. And because of this, like, she would replace Hellborn Sprite. Hellborn Sprite is not a great substitute for Cold Heart in any capacity. I'm just using her for now because the game literally has denied me Cold Heart. But when the game stops trolling me on Cold Heart, whenever that is when go. See the difference? Now, when Cold Heart and Allure can be on the same account, it can be an upgrade. Because both of them can tandem together. But there is another way of doing it. Cold Heart Renegade. Because Renegade reduces the cooldown of Cold Heart. So that could be an option for me as well. I also raised food on 2 separate accounts. I have to do at least 3 Fireknights on each account. At least. I don't think I'm going to do the harder one. I'm going to do 3 of this difficulty, because after this, my Allure gets slaughtered. After this difficulty, that's the real problem. My Allure gets slaughtered and goes on the wrong difficulty. Like the wrong affinity. The another thing that's really nice about Cold Heart is she's affinity neutral. So no matter what team you've got her in, she'll do just fine. In terms of, like, affinities. Like, there is no negative affinity Fireknight for her. And that's one of the things that makes Cold Heart so versatile in dungeons. There's no such thing as an affinity problem in terms of an affinity weakness for that champ. It's one of the biggest strengths, that's probably one of the biggest strengths of Voids. They do tend to be on the stronger spectrum of champions, but one of the biggest strengths is that they have no Void weaknesses. Like no affinity weaknesses. You can't You know what? I'm gonna operate it a bit differently. I am going to do this as a demonstrative purpose. Do 2. Maybe. Nah. You guys get the point, right? I don't think I need to make the point any more than once. But in case, just in case, I'll do it one more time. What a rubbish piece of gear, man. Yeah, I'll do it one more time. So how are you guys doing? Like and subscribe if you like this content. I work very hard on this stuff. I will be just running this a bunch because I do feel that this account just had issues. Maybe I'll run it 3 more times. Like off screen, I mean. Because yes, I do fight Fireknight a fair amount. Not as much maybe as I should. But again, it's not necessarily the most entertaining boss on the planet. Especially not to fight ad nauseum. It's good to fight it every so often. But to fight it constantly... thumbs down to that, man. You know what? I'll just leave it here, actually. Because I might get caught. And I don't want to get caught after 1 a.m. because they're going to be pissed at me. So actually, after this, I just end off my whole session. That might actually be the call. You know? That might actually be the correct call. Come to think of it. Because it's actually ultra late. So, yeah. Maybe that's the correct decision. Well, at least I want to stop filming after this, but... I might, like, run some auto... Fireknight, watch a bit of Elden, and then... Because I like Elden Ring, man! I like the game! It's not like Lost Ark where I'm conflicted. Oh, you know, maybe I like Lost Ark, you know, it has problems. No, I actually like Elden Ring. I love the game. I really want that game. I'm probably going to shell out for it because I like that type of game. In fact, I picked up Raid because I thought it was that type of game. Literally. That's why. Because I love that style, that motif. I am an absolute sucker for the Elden Ring style motif. If it's a game with that, I'm magnetized to it. That's why I played Twilight Princess ad nauseum, because it was that type of game. Kind of. Like, it had that motif to it. Like, that ancient motif with, like, the crazy landscapes and stuff. Like, Elden Ring is such a cool game. I'm going to get it, I swear to God. I swear to God. I need to get that game. Unless it's lunatic expensive, I will probably be buying it. Because if there is a video game I want this year, if there is one video game I want this year of any game that isn't like free, it's Elden Ring. Of any that I know of. I want it more than Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 doesn't appeal to me. Especially because Street Fighter has broken way too many promises. And it's not cool enough. For me at least. It's not as cool as Elden Ring. Elden Ring is really cool. Like, ultra cool. Like... I mean, Genshin Impact's kinda cool, but it's not as cool as Elden Ring. Elden Ring is like the thing right now. Like, it makes League look like hot, steaming garbage. Like, Elden Ring is a masterpiece. Like, from all I've seen of it, of the trailers, the beta, the game's a masterpiece. Literally a masterpiece. Like, it's like the game designers finally remembered how to make a game. Like, finally. The game designer's like, oh yeah, that's how you make a game. Oh, that. I forgot about that. And I'm like, you just remembered how to make a game? You just remembered? Come on, man. You just remembered how to make a video game. Good for you. But yeah, I'm gonna be on that tomorrow because or something like I need that game. I'm sorry. I know you guys like, what? You need that game? Yes.